Hello. How's it going? I have a theory that I'm going to test out with this video, and I'm going to see if it works. And if it does, I will tell you what my theory is in the next video. Yeah. So, I am eating. I hope that doesn't bother you. I'm just snacking. I had some brie cheese. I had these crackers that like expired 2 months ago, but I haven't died yet, so I'm just gonna keep eating them. And I cut up a red pear. I think it's also called like a Chinese pear. Yeah. And then it's all with a winter IPA because it's winter. But yeah, I don't love green pears, but red pears they're next level. They're like more firm, crisper, a little bit sweeter. I dig them a lot. But yeah, it is winter. It was rather cold today. I had to bust out my long coat. And coats, like, I've noticed a lot of jackets and things like that, the pockets are pre-sewn. And it's very annoying, and I forgot that my coat had this, and so I was trying to leave for work today, and I've forgotten that my pockets were unusable because they were half sewn together. And I was literally in my kitchen for like 8 minutes with a knife trying to unstitch the pockets. And I think I basically destroyed one of the pockets. But, oh well, no one will know but me. But yeah, it was a long coat, and it almost went to my ankles. It was pretty damn close. And I know I must have looked ridiculous because I'm not even sure. I went to work and everybody was still wearing the same jacket that they have been wearing. So like today, this morning, the weather was like, it was like 18 degrees, and lately it's been in like the 30s mostly. And everybody still had their same jacket, and I was like, well, y'all are weird because it's cold. Yeah, I felt a little ridiculous, but I was pretty warm. So there's that. I wish I hadn't switched that out. So I went to a tiny theater yesterday again. I saw this movie called Julia, about Julia Child. It was a documentary, and I didn't watch her growing up at all. And my grandma actually texted me while I was watching the movie, and when I texted her back, I was like, hey, I was actually going to text you, like, I just saw this documentary on Julia Childs, did you ever watch her? And her response was, no, I'm watching the Spurs game, so I'll text you back after. I was like, okay. For context, my grandma is like, what year is it? 2021? She's 88. Yeah, she turned 88 this year. So it's always funny getting texts from her like that. But anyway, yeah, I never watched Julia Childs, and then I saw this documentary, and it was beautiful, and I like the documentary was really good, and she was also, she seems like an astounding woman. But what made this viewing especially special was that I was the only person, like, probably like millennial, Gen Z, Gen X. I represented all of those generations yesterday because everyone else was there that was there was in their 60s. But that was kind of fascinating because the documentary kind of shows some things from like the 60s, like brands and like kind of different shows and things like that, and like you could tell like what kind of struck nerves with them, like good nerves, like things that took them back, and that was pretty interesting. And then that she God, I swear to God, I've never heard the city of Boston more in all of my life until I moved, because like I don't know, since I've moved here, everyone's from Boston, just everybody. So like Julia Child, she's from Pasadena, but she moved to Cambridge, and then that's where she started her show, was in Boston. So like, I don't know, that was also pretty cool. Sitting in a theater with people who were around in this area at that time. Yeah, overall, 10 out of 10. It was a really, really good documentary. And now I want her cookbook. So if their goal was to sell more of her cookbooks, they met it. They did a good job. Damn it, so close. Okay, I'm gonna play one more game. Hopefully I get into at least the top 10, but I don't know. I haven't been playing as well lately. Not really. Just comes and goes. In ebbs and in flows. Kind of like yoga, how it's always forever going to be a roller coaster. Or with mental health, or with life. Nothing is consistent. Nothing is the same. The only thing that's only ever consistent is that everything is inconsistent. And even then, that is not a correct statement. Because it literally like goes against itself. Right? Did I say that right? Like everything is the same in that everything will always be different. But even that statement contradicts itself. Yeah. I have a big brain. I'm just kidding. I don't. I just like to think that I make big brain moves. And even then I know I don't. The big brain thing that I'd really love to do, that I would allow myself to think is big brain, is if I was, you know, instead of making, you know, some amount of tens of thousands of dollars a year, I'd love to just have millions, you know? I feel like that's the ultimate big brain move, is when you're just not part of the system anymore. But fuck, is it hard getting out of the system. I feel like my only way out would be to invest in the right cryptos. But even then, I'm just like, I have no money to contribute. Well, it's like the money that I have to contribute is so little that... I don't know. No, I didn't mean to do that. Balls. Oh well, we got in the top 10. I did what I set out to do. I think tomorrow's the first day of winter. It's the shortest day of the year. Good luck. I hope you get through the long night ahead. Bye.